Hello great people, you are welcome back to Physique Thousand House channel. My name is Fola. We appreciate you guys as you are subscribing to our channel. Thank you very much. So today we'll be learning how to make our wet pockets, both single and the double one. We are going to learn it 2-in-1. So let's go. So I have this one here, just half part of the jacket to do the illustration. So what we'll be needing, we need our pin, we need the paper stay, the lighter one. I cut out 2 inches by 6 inches. I'll be using 2 to make one side of the pocket. So I have this piece here. I cut it out. Is 13 inches by 7 inches. You can use 12 inches by 7 inches. Now let's go. So the first thing you have to consider is to get where your wet pocket is going to be located, and it's always good. This top is 24 inches, 25 inches, because we have the M allowance of 1 to 1.5 inches. So, but the length is 24 inches. So where your pocket will be located now will be 18 to 19 inches. That is after around your half length. So 18 to 19 inches. So maybe we just stay by 18.5 here. So we get it in 5 inches. We want to get it here in 4.5. So this is where our 18.5 is located. So this my drawing now. I will be drawing it on the right side of the fabric. That is the way it is done. So, and the length I'll be using for my wet pocket, I'll be using 4 inches. You can use 4 to 5 inches. You can use 4 inches, 4.5, 5 inches there. Even you can use 5.5, but I will be using 4 inches for this project. So, and to achieve that, what I will be doing is that from the side, I will come in with 2 inches. So that is where my 4 inches will be starting. So I measure my 4 inches now. You know, your wet pocket used to be somewhere around here. So because you know you are having like 1 inch seam allowance by your side, so you have to leave space for that. So that's why I leave space of 2 inches. So I connect it. So I'm using pencil to mark this thing, because what we'll be needing to draw here is tiny ruling. So if I use chalk, it might be too thick for that project. So I connect these 4 inches. So you can make your wet pocket straight, you can slant it a bit. So it depends on you. So I'm just, for this video I'm making straight one. So we have 4 inches here. So these 4 inches now, you now place your tape measure. You come up and come down with a quarter of an inch up, quarter of an inch down. You do the same thing here. Quarter up, that is 0.25. Quarter up, quarter down. Then you connect it. So if you are using, if you are sewing on a fabric like a darker fabric, that your pencil will not be obvious. So ensure that your chalk is sharpened a little bit so that the marking will be tiny. So we have it here. I connect it. So another thing I'll be doing to this line is that I come to this side. Now I will be using centimeter to do this. So I come out 1 centimeter from this line. I mark out 1 centimeter. I don't want to use half an inch. Half an inch will be too big for me, and I don't want to use quarter of an inch. So I'll be using 1 centimeter. I connect it. So I will mark the same thing this side, 1 centimeter. So you are good to use quarter, you are good to use half, but I just feel that quarter of an inch is too small for me, and half an inch will be too much somehow. The next thing is this same thing I drew on this my top. I will do it on this fabric. So I'll just measure 1 inch down. I'll measure 1 inch down, just this way. I connect it together. Then I go ahead and gum this on it. I gum it. This one is 6. This thing I cut out is 6 inches. So which means I'm leaving half inch here, half inch here. So I will go to the iron table to iron it. So I will do the same thing. I will paste this on this very one. I want to just put a mark here, just to know where it stops. Yes, so this is where I'm going to So this is it. I've gone ahead to to gum the paper stay at the wrong side of the fabric. So this is where the line is drawn. I ensure that I I gummed the paper stay right where the line was drawn out. So the next thing we want to do now is to draw the same thing we draw here. We want to draw it on this paper stay. And everything we are having here all together is close to 5 inches, but we'll just take it the way we take it here. So I will get the midpoint of this paper stay. This is the midpoint. So on this midpoint, I'll just measure my 4 inches. My 4 inches, the way I measure it here. My 4 inches. I mark it here. I rule it. So I come up and down with a quarter of an inch, just the way I did here. I do the same thing here. Quarter of an inch up, quarter down. I connect it. I connect it by the side. Then I come out here with 1 centimeter. Just this way. 1 centimeter. Then I connect it. So here we have it. So what I will do now is just to this very one, I just connect it. I rule out something like V shape, just this way. This way. We'll be making use of that one later. I do the same thing. So the next thing I will do now is to place this So I'll just place this piece on this now. This is the center. I'll place it and so I want to, mind you, this is the right side. So this is the wrong side of this. I want to place it together. I want to ensure that they are aligned. So to achieve that, I'll just take my pin. This is the center. I place it here so as to be aligned. So I want to ensure it is aligned here as well. I can use my pin to do that as well. Yes. I want to use the office pin to secure it. So I'll use the office pin to secure it here as well. So we want to take it to the machine now to go and sew it. We are going to sew on this line, this upper one and the down one. We'll sew it as it's ruled. We are going to start from here, sewing this way, coming this way, then sew it this way and sew it here till we sew it round. So that is what I'll go ahead and do now. So I'll come to show you the next thing to do. I'll go ahead to sew on this line. Mind you, I told you I'm going to sew on this line. I did not sew on the center. I sew on this line, round like this. So when you look at it, it is on the same line at the back here. This is the wrong side of the main fabric. This is the right side. This is the wrong side for the pocket bag. So I place the right side of the pocket bag on the right side of the fabric. So now we want to cut it. So you cut it at this center. This center. You can use blade. You can use any sharp object you can use. I open it there. Then the next thing is for me to cut it through. So ensure that you do it gently here. We are cutting it to this point, this very point. This is where we are heading to. When you get here, this V shape, you now branch to cut it there. So ensure that you don't get to where you stitch. So you do the same thing here. You come to the second side, do the same thing. You do the same thing here, cut it through and stop on this line. Then cut your V shape that you have drawn in this 1 centimeter box. So do the same thing here. Ensure that it gets to the very edge of your stitch, but don't let it cut your stitch. Yes. This is it. So the next thing is for us to, turn it to the wrong side by putting it in. You put it in here. So let it come to there. So we want to take it to the iron table now to iron it very well. So iron it flat. You can see our wet pocket is already taking shape. So now we want to do the ironing now. So this is where you will determine whether it's a double or single wet pocket you want to make, and I will demonstrate two of them for you here now. So in the head we will result in having double welt pockets, but I will demonstrate how you will go about it if you want to do single. So this is it. We have turned it to the wrong side of the main jacket now. So we want to iron it now. It is through the ironing you will determine where you are heading to. So if you want to make a single wet pocket, what you do is that this down part, you iron it, you iron this joining, iron it up this way, just the way you see me do. Iron it up. Then for this up one, as you iron this one facing up, so for this one, iron it facing up as well. So you now take this now, you bring this up. As this one has faced up, this one will be ironed very well. Then you now take this, bring it up to cover this space. So that will be like half an inch. You know, you are having quarter. Now you are doing single wet pockets now. So you will bring half of this to cover the whole space. Then you iron it. You place your iron, you iron it very well. So after ironing it very well, you pin it down as it is. Here, you pin it down. You pin it down there. You pin it down here. You pin it down on this side. So now when you turn to the right side, you will now iron it very well, ensuring you push this in very well. You can see, you push it in very well and iron it very well. So I don't want to iron it very well because our focus today is double wet pocket. So this is single. You have been able to achieve single wet pocket as this. So all you need to do is to iron this place very well, ensuring that you tuck in this very well. So this, only the down part will be covering those that space. So you place your iron, or you iron it very well. Then after ironing very well, you remove your pin and you just stitch it here with this notch. This V, you stitch very well here. You stitch very well here. So then thereafter, after stitching very well, you now bring your pocket bag up here. Then you join it here. So in that wise, you've been able to achieve your single wet pocket. You can see me inserting my hand inside my pocket. So single wet pocket is ready. So now we want to go straight to double wet pocket. So to achieve that, let this face up as we have done, iron it very well. So this one as well, iron it, let it face down. This one will face up, this one will face down. So you now pick your pocket bag, folding it to cover that quarter of an inch that you have sewn here. Let it cover it this way. Iron. Iron it very well. As you are ironing it, the same quarter of an inch you have here, let it extend to this and iron it. You can see as I'm ironing, I'm using my hand to dress it to ensure that my 1/4 inch is intact. I iron it to this side. So after ironing it, with this 1/4 inch, I hold it down with my pin. Then for the hop part, I do the same thing. I iron it down, then I use my iron to iron it very well. So which means 1/4 inch up here, down here, 1/4 inch up here, making half is now closing that opening, the pocket entrance. So that makes it to be double welt pocket. So I iron it very well. I use my pin to hold it down here. Hold it down. Hold it down here. So I turn it to the right side. You can see I'm having my double welt pocket here. So I will iron it very well, then take it to machine to I place my iron on it so that I will have the results I want to have there to be used to join it together. So there is my welt pocket, double welt pocket. So I remove the pin. The iron has done justice to it, so I'll be able to use that to hold it. So the next thing I'll go ahead and do now is to go and stitch it as it is being ironed. So I'll go and stitch here on this triangle shape. I will stitch it together. So as it is, I will do this other side the same way. Then I bring it to you. So this is it. I've gone ahead to stitch here on the triangle shape here. So you can see this is it. And I want you to take note that when you are doing this for customer, always place another material on this as you are ironing. As you are ironing, always place another material on it so that it will not, by the time you put your pin, so you might have something like this so that it won't be normal for this to be in your client's fabric. So the next thing we are to do now is to just bring this pocket bag up here. We just go ahead and join it. So we first of all join it here. As it is, you can pin it down here. Pin it down. Pin it down. Because you want to sew on this triangular shape again. You want to start from up here and join it together. Stitch across this V shape and bring it down like, which means you'll be having like a 1 inch seam allowance by the side here. So the same thing will happen by this side. We are going to stitch on it. Ensure that you pin it down. The reason why you are to pin it down is so this one will not open like this and give you another shape. So just let it match, pin it down, but just note that what you want to go and sew now is to use like 1 inch, because it has to match where this triangular shape is. That's how you are stitching down. Do the same thing by this side. Then after joining the two sides, you now join here, together. So then thereafter we cut off the excess by the side. Now our double welt pocket is ready. Now, so I just, I've joined it here, then I join it on the, on the ruling that we are having here, so that it will not be open from the front. Then we just cut out the excess, leaving just half an inch here. So this is it now. We have trimmed off the excess, and this is the front part. Now this is our pocket. You can just put whatever you want to put into your pocket bag this way, and you can see we are having our 1.5 inches allowance down here. By the time you fold it in, it's not affecting the length of our pocket. And so mates, note that when you are making your own jacket, this fabric will have been hairstayed. It will have been hairstayed all through. So by doing so, your pocket will not be sewing from the inside like this. It won't be obvious like this. So it's because we are just doing the illustration. That's why we didn't. So I'm sure you have enjoyed this video. You have learned 1 or 2 things from it. So give me a thumbs up, like it, share this video with your friends and those that you know that need it. And if you have not subscribed to Physique channel, do so. Subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.